So, there's one thing I want to talk about, because it seems to be one of the aspects that people are getting frustrated over in Final Fantasy XIV. I think it's a bit too over-exaggerated, and that is this aspect here. Like, some people are telling that Machinist is broken and can't be played. That's completely false if you look at these numbers here. That's basically Savage Abyssos right now. There are 16,000 Machinists that have cleared this content. Yes, there are more on literally every other job. We can put all the healers into this calculation as well, or the tanks and healers, to make it fair. Yes, Machinist is still the worst choice when it comes to overall people that have cleared this content. But there are still 16,000 Machinists that have cleared this content. So this is definitely not the case of, oh my god, these are the speedrunners, or these are the crazy players like doing no hit runs in Elden Ring, for example. No, this is not something you should argue for 3 to 4 to 5 videos or anything like that. Because when you look at ADPS, that's the funniest thing actually. When you look at ADPS, which is something that of course doesn't matter for a good party setup, but for the just normal random player, this is still not too bad. Like, I don't get it. Yes, a red mage might fall behind a summoner, but look at that. That's also just 3%. Please stop crying about this. Your game is not broken. It's not like in WoW where you have to play a certain meta to get to a certain progress or whatever. If that's the case, if the DPS was too low for beating the final boss, yes, then maybe it was just Square Enix's fault and they corrected that. And now it should be fine. Now everybody, each and every job should be able to play the game, should be able to clear this. You don't have to re-roll, you don't have to stick to a certain meta. Play the job you like and you will be fine. I promise that to you. If nobody invites you to a party because you are a Machinist, you don't want to be in that party. These are assholes. These people that are just following the meta and don't give you a chance of proving them wrong. These are people you don't want to play with. The job that you feel most comfortable with will be the job you will be performing the best. Not the job that you try to stick to the meta. Like, for example, if I would now look at this chart, oh my god, Monk is so broken. Monk is the job I need to play. That would be a horrible result for me personally because I'm so bad at Monk. I would fail so hard that I could even not come anywhere close to what I perform with my summoner on a DPS. So the DPS that you can see in this little calculation bullshit assistant tool, which is actually a phenomenal tool, but Square doesn't like it. So don't care about this number. It's pointless because when you want to be the best at your job, you can still be the best. Your ranking, your passes will be compared to the competition inside of your job. Nothing else. If you're a summoner, you play a summoner, you parse as a summoner, your parse, your number, your percentage will be measured against other summoners. Not any competition here, nothing. And believe me, you can beat every boss in this game with a summoner. And if you can't, if you couldn't do that on the first week, maybe Square intentionally designed the boss that you can't because they wanted to kinda time gate people, which is a reasonable decision because why should they allow that? People rush through this content in the first week. They don't like this mentality. They want the people to enjoy that content because maybe they spent 2, 3, or 4 months on just one tier to create these mechanics, to create these bosses. Maybe they just integrated this last boss to have so much HP pool, which they already corrected 2 weeks after, to accommodate that, to keep people down a bit and to let them have their time-gated content where they just have to get their gear done first, so that they have to do the 2 or 3 reclears and then get all the tombstone stuff before that and get at least a power level increase of 3, 4, 5% damage or something like that. And that's a reasonable decision and I completely understand that. Yes, they fucked up with the balancing here. That's maybe the only issue I got on this one, but they're far, far away from being unplayable. That's all I want to tell you guys. You can play them, you will perform with them, and if any party doesn't invite you because you are playing this job, you don't want to play with them anyways.